This is Cue the Crew, your all-access pass to everything behind the camera, including you. Let's get started. All right,
Nice.
so first four are settled.
Great.
Now on to round one.
Here we go.
Jesus.
And
Just now in round one?
that's it.
Yeah.
Round 0 to round 1. So now that for that 16 seed that Super Stick earned, it's going up against the mighty UCR 411A
Ooh.
from
Okay,
Electrosonics.
all right.
So here's where it starts.
She's a hefty gal.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
a 1 seed for a good reason. 16 seed on Super Stick could have been a little higher, but I don't know what it's going up against.
I mean,
what
I
do you-
think that there's a lot of things that Super Stick could go up against that it would be the hands down winner just because.
yeah, but not a
we
411.
use it all day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there's an exception here and there, but like we use a ton of Super Stick.
Yeah.
But the 411.
How much research went into the Super Stick before that came to market versus a 411?
Now, are we saying Super Stick as well as like Top Stick and other brands
I'm
of
lumping
the
them
double
together.
sticky
Yeah,
tape? Okay,
yeah,
okay. I just wanted to
I'm
make sure.
lumping them together.
Whatever you think.
I mean, as you guys know, I'm a
man.
Top Stick apologist.
Yeah. Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Always have to accommodate. I mean, it's a pretty easy yes to the 411.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
Well, hold
legacy
on.
piece. Still
Options
works.
to the 411 at the time. 401,
Okay.
211, 201.
This is before.
I don't know if
my
we're talking
time,
apples
so.
to apples, though. I mean, obviously there's
no,
differences,
obviously the
but-
200 series, 400 series.
Well, but even the 401 between the 411,
That's isn't the main
The-
difference.
the
if
401
not the only difference, the removable antennas.
the front end tracking filter on the 411.
yeah.
Big deal. Big deal. But yeah, I know why you like the 401s. They're tinier. They're smaller.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. No, 411 still working to this day.
Yep.
Used one last week.
No, I mean,
You know, I think there's more alternatives to Super Stick. If I'm
there's-
having to choose between taking one to set, I think that one might get me out of a few more binds than
I mean,
Super Stick.
yeah. I mean, I can use vampire clips or
Gator.
Transport
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna have what 7 or 8 of those loaded up in a bag and
Yep.
a couple BDSs and everything. That,
Well, the
to
Super
go
Stick's
away.
certainly lighter.
Yeah. Say, my back's
yeah,
killing
if
me.
we're measuring it by weight,
Which
Super
does
Stick,
factor
it's
into most gear
a real thing.
decisions on my end.
Great.
No, 411.
unanimously say
Yeah,
411.
I say 411 for
Okay.
sure.
Sorry, Super Stick.
Great. Okay, here's a great matchup.
Ooh.
2 timecode systems, the Betso timecode system and the Tentacle timecode system. Now, we use the Tentacle timecode system mostly here.
Yeah.
Kind of come from the Denicky lineage. Tentacle, first one that I know of that took it from you can see it in the picture there. Should it be closer?
You just need to stay on it.
Okay, great, very good. Tiny size, rechargeable. When that hit the market, it was actually a Kickstarter thing. I don't know if you guys remember that. And
We pitched in. Right?
I think we bought 10 of them. I think
Early
we were
birds?
one of the biggest buyers at the time because it was a weird place to launch a professional audio product. But they're a German company and just do things differently, I guess. It ended up working out for them, I'd say, because they've got quite the ecosystem.
I
but
think it's worked out for them. They sold us like 90 of them.
Yeah.
So my vote in this one is going to be Tentacle, even though the Betso does have visual.
the display.
It's got the visual displays, and some people cannot get away from that. It's a big selling point. It is nice.
Yeah.
No, it is nice.
But
for
it
sure.
is. But it does make it more expensive. It makes it. It's also wireless. Isn't the Betso timecode system? It uses RF or
Yeah,
yes,
I mean,
or-
they got the little antenna on there. I think it's kind of like
yeah.
ambient. Where you
I
can,
don't.
like,
I don't.
send
I
a
personally
signal.
don't see a need for wireless sync. I mean, it's quicker to set up sometimes, but Tentacles has the Bluetooth and all that sort of stuff
Yeah,
now. But
I was gonna ask, does-
it's all so accurate. Like you said it once in a day or 12 hours, whatever you
Yeah.
want to do, and you really don't have to worry about it or try anything outside of that.
Okay, so I'm just sorry. Go ahead.
No, I the Betso does use one single AA battery, so
Oh,
that's
is it
one
not
thing.
not rechargeable?
You know,
Is that,
can't get
is that a pro or a con?
I think it's a pro because you can't forget to charge. You ever put a Tentacle on there and see the red light of death at 10 a.m.?
Yeah, it means you
Not a
only
good
have till
feeling.
lunch to figure out a way to charge it for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And that's if you forgot to charge it like 3
For
days in a
several
row.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
No. I hear you with
You
the
know.
AA battery though.
it's actually one thing that both of these platforms have done. I work with some camera operators now that have their own time code boxes or other crews that shoot stuff internally. I could just jam it. They would not probably have, a dozen Dinicky boxes sitting around or something like that. But it's made it more affordable, and time code is a lot more acceptable.
So we've said affordable a couple of times, and that's really the decision maker for me. Is that the tentacles are more affordable? They're almost disposable. I mean, sure, we don't want to just trash them, but like if they do get trashed, not the worst thing in the world. Like if both the Betso and the tentacles both have a shelf life of I don't know 5, 6, 7 years, whatever that happens to be.
Yeah.
Then it's essentially going to get tossed and replaced. Give me the cheaper solution. Since as far as I know, they are both of them have about the same accuracy, time code accuracy. So for me, give me the cheaper solution. I also like the tentacle ecosystem with the trackies. It's very easy to do from the phone, and I don't really even do that much shit from my phone.
Yeah,
I don't like ecosystems in general. I'm more of a post
the Amazon
Sharpie guy
is an ecosystem that I think you'd be a fan of.
I think it's a lot easier to just have an AC, be like, hey man, just tentacle time bar. It's in the App Store.
Boom.
Yeah. I don't
use that for
I don't know if
your
the
8
Betso has
GoPros.
do they have an app platform?
Not that I know.
Sure,
Of.
like
Are they Bluetooth at all?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm sure they do.
Every AC I know, we can tell them to use time bar. And they're like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
they're
got
like,
that.
oh yeah, I got it.
Great
Right.
tentacle.
Right, great.
Done. Okay.
Ooh.
Heavyweight sort of matchup. Sony MDR 7506s versus the Zaxcom RX12. Okay. So this is an interesting one. 7506s, if I had to guess, 75% of location sound mixers are probably using those.
Yeah.
My ears are certainly fine tuned to the sound of my 7506. Also at like listening at -10, and like I know if I'm hearing something and that all is set, then I've deviated from whatever my norm is. And the Zaxcom RX12, that was a big deal when it came out, and it's still quite prevalent. We don't use a ton of Zaxcom stuff here at all. I don't think.
Well, but we used to.
We used to.
We have in the past.
But now we've streamlined everything, and I think, at 13 seat, I feel like it probably could be a little higher, but I mean that's 24 channels in your bag.
It's pretty incredible.
Is the stats on it? That's hard to ignore.
That's pretty good.
I don't know. What are you guys thinking? I'm kind of leaning towards the RX12, even though I've never used one.
Yeah, I haven't either. But
I mean, a classic's a classic for a reason.
yeah.
Yeah, you talking about the 7506s?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
yeah. I feel like with the 7506s, if I were in a pinch, I could find some other headphones, or if they went down,
Right.
I have a lot of other options that I can make do with, as opposed to 24 channels of wireless or something.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good point. I mean, I know that none of us want to use earbuds
Yeah,
to monitor
I
and mix
I
with.
have in fact used IFB
But-
earbuds to mix.
I
You're
think
crazy
that
for that one.
most of us have
it wasn't on
probably
purpose.
at some point used earbuds in an emergency situation because somebody stepped on the headphones or
Yeah.
somebody forgot the headphones somehow
happens.
or whatever the case may be. But yeah, like you can always find a solution for headphones. Not an ideal solution possibly, but you can find find a solution. Whereas finding a solution for 24 channels wireless,
That's tough.
In a bag.
In a bag.
In a
yeah.
bag.
In a bag.
The bag aspect is huge. Like you're not on a cart.
Yeah,
you're
that's
just-
rough.
You have the
This might be our first upset.
portability. Yeah.
You guys willing to vote
Yeah.
RX12? What do we think?
yeah,
I would
I'll let
say-
it happen.
Yeah, okay.
I would say so.
We have a dissenting yes.
you're not gonna die on the
I'm
7506
not
hill.
gonna
I mean,
let that one.
love 'em.
I
Okay.
do love them though.
Yeah.
All right. Lock it in.
Workhorse.
Zaxcom
Workhorse.
RX12 advances to round 2.
Sorry, Sony.
Ooh, here's a good one. Speaking of
Ooh.
headphones, we're back at it. Sony was a 4 seed. This one, Sennheiser headphones, 5 seed. I feel like
Oh, I'm going.
Tweaker?
I'm
12?
going
12?
tweaker.
12 seed? 12
tweak-
seed?
12. Okay, yeah, I think we should have been seated higher on the tweaker, huh?
There's been many a time.
Look,
where-
I'm gonna probably go back to the exact same analogy.
Have you ever tried to dial in an R1A with car keys?
It doesn't work.
It's not.
Yes, I have tried
it's
it. It does not
simple.
work. You're less likely to find a screwdriver the size that you need on set and a set of headphones.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
probably I
True.
probably got a couple
100%.
sets of headphones buried in the car somewhere.
Yeah.
I think we should strongly consider tweaker for this one.
Oh, I'm already there, sir.
It's not an upset to me. That should be the.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I
It should be
mean,
the other way around.
yeah,
The 5-seat tweaker.
100%,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, like if you're borrowing a Leatherman from another department, there's no way they've got anything small.
No.
enough.
It never
no
it never
way.
works. People come to us for tweakers.
Oh, all
I
the
feel
time.
like more than headphones.
I see camera ops with tweakers
Yeah.
all the time.
Mm.
Everybody who has their own gear
There you
has a
branding
fleet of
branding
tweakers.
opportunity right there.
I mean, we should.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Hunter
Sanders,
Hunter
yeah,
Sanders
that's-
had the
I think I
branded
still
tweaker.
have a couple of those.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
we
yeah.
probably got a couple floating around here.
Oh,
somewhere.
yeah.
Put in our tweaker box.
Okay, lock that in. Another
All right.
upset in the tweaker.
Ooh.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
All right, this is where it gets interesting. Two-seat iPhone.
Brutal matchup.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a
Very
tough
brutal
one. 'Cause,
matchup.
SD remote, 15 seed, probably could have been a little higher, but it made the bracket, so that's pretty good.
I absolutely love SD remote,
It's great. Yeah.
but it's an iPhone. Like, how many times do we use the iPhone during the day?
Well, yeah, and I
Like-
think it's not just used for the sound apps, your group text, communications,
I
killing,
mean-
killing time.
How else are you going to get a job without
How you
your
gonna
phone?
order lunch?
That's true. Oh yeah, they're texting.
How do you
COVID
receive-
menus still?
Yeah.
My
Receive your
gosh.
call sheet via email. You don't have to
Ugh.
bring your laptop.
Ah,
I do
man.
like this photo that you've chosen. Is that a 3GS?
That might be
I'd,
the original iPhone.
Is
I
that
think
my
it is.
iPhone?
It looks like
Is that my
it looks
phone?
like Jack's
I
phone
bet
right
it-
there.
I actually had that very first phone because I moved to Dallas in 2007.
Flex.
And yeah, no big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
No big deal. And I'm pretty sure I was the only one on set that had it.
Wow.
Listen to
And
this.
people are
At
still
least for the
talking
first
about it
day
to
I
this
was
day.
there, and then everyone got on.
Not a
board.
BlackBerry guy. You're
No,
just
no,
straight
I
iPhone,
went.
baby?
Yeah, I went straight from push
Wow.
button Nokia to an iPhone.
Wow.
Back before they had apps. So yeah, I'm locked in.
All right.
Were you lumping in an Android with this?
No.
No.
it's,
no.
it's just straight iPhone.
It's not
okay.
it.
I don't
Super
even know
stick
what
and
you
top
just
stick.
said.
Green,
Are the
green
same.
text?
The phone nerds are screaming at you.
Yeah.
right now,
Yeah,
but that's
yeah,
okay.
right. Bring it on.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
iPhone advances.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. My beloved walkie caddy, up against wireless workbench, wireless designer.
Ooh, tough draw, walkie caddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I like your walkie caddy that you
man.
designed.
Thank you. It's
I think
Oh,
it's a
did
very
you
functional-
designed
Toot
it?
that horn.
That's
That was you?
That's,
Oh,
that's,
that's
my,
from
that's
your
my
brain.
product.
Of
Look at
course,
that,
it was
buddy.
designed
How-
by the
how-
first
how
guy
do
on
you-
set with an iPhone.
yeah.
how else do you think it made the bracket?
Hey.
Oh.
Yeah, it's great little tool. That it's not gonna win against
No.
wireless
No,
designer
not
and
at all.
workbench.
Cool tool though.
Yeah, it's
like, Cool
nice.
gadget.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
I got my Sharpies. I got my pens.
Yeah.
My tweaker's probably in there too.
There you go.
You know,
Free-
it's useful, but
Free your pockets, Chase. Free your
yeah,
pockets.
that's the whole. Yeah.
Wireless designer.
That makes
Yeah,
it worse.
okay.
Sorry,
All right.
that being
That's
said,
that's
sorry.
fine. I can't defend it that hard. Okay, mic drop, Lav Bullet up against Electro RM. I personally big fan of the Lav Bullet. I'm still calling it a Lav Bullet. I know TSA made them change it, mic drop or whatever. The Lav Bullet, countless times, in and out before they ever even really know it. You're not sticking your hands up their shirt, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Electro RM, great tool, yes, but can certainly.
Oh, it can get you every once in a
Oh
while.
yeah, there's a lot of
Oh,
gotchas there.
But
Uh-huh.
it can save you too.
Yeah.
It can
good.
save-
can.
I mean,
When does it really truly save you? It's like just
I
very
did,
very deep.
I
in
did
clothes?
Bridezillas.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
Oh.
these
yeah.
are wedding dresses.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
yeah.
I-
Yeah.
and they're bridezillas for a reason. So
Yeah.
it's
Did
a
you ever-
lot easier
Yeah.
to zap them than
Yeah, see,
be
all,
like,
all the
hey.
all the Zaxcom guys are just rolling their eyes.
They're
Like,
like,
Uh,
you guys
whatever.
Yeah, they
know
are.
that you don't need a dweedle tone.
Did you ever inadvertently zap a bridesmaid that was standing next to the bride?
Did you change everyone's?
Yes,
Because
so
that's
that's
the trick.
happened. My bigger problem has been the IFB transmitter. If you have
Oh.
an SM as your
Uh-huh.
IFB transmitter, you can just put that right to sleep too.
Okay.
But
Oof.
Yep.
in the right context, when
Mm.
there's an
Yeah, yeah.
angry lady
you gotta be
wearing a
choosy.
dress, I
Yeah.
don't have to ask her to hike her skirt up. So that's
You could.
I agree.
Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree that there is definitely a use for electro RM, and that and we've all used it. A
Yeah, yeah,
ton,
yeah.
a ton.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
but there's also some pitfalls. And I am actually not even a mic drop lav bullet guy. I think I'm probably the only one at the table that doesn't really use them.
Big times.
Yeah.
But I totally understand how that is a very, very useful tool. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on this one, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I'm going with a 3 seed.
Which is what?
It's the lav bullet.
The lav bullet.
Yeah.
Oh.
I lean the app, but I mean the lav bullet is also excellent. I think these are a great pair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go
Yeah.
hand in
It's a good
hand.
pairing.
Yeah. All right. Great. Lav bullet it is.
I'd say lav bullet. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Okay. Now we've got the Viviana bra clip Ursa pouch combo. I think we can kind of safely say any of the Viviana and any of the Ursa stuff,
Okay.
all those accessories.
So we're lumping
There are
straps.
there
and all
are
that.
so many, and all of those accessories have gotten us a lot further in lav placement than a vampire clip on a tram. Like you
There's
can
a place for a vampire clip, though.
there absolutely is, and when 60 Minutes calls, you can use that right then and there.
No, I use it on wet clothes.
Okay. Oh yes, that's true. Just kind of safety pin it and
I mean,
cross your fingers. Well, custom IEMs. That is a luxury. I call it a luxury item.
That is a luxury item. Give me Viviana Ursa all
Yeah.
day long.
Yeah.
I would like to test some custom IEMs. I've actually never really. I mean, I guess you can't really test the custom ones, but
No.
you can. Oh, the drivers and everything. It's probably pretty nice.
Uh,
Good with sun hats and.
Yeah, I
good
mean,
hard hats.
Hard hat
I think
world.
the loud environments would be the main thing.
Yeah.
If you,
Yeah.
you know, if this was a musician poll,
Oh
be a
yeah.
lot
Oh
different.
yes.
Yep.
Skewed a different direction. Yeah, probably
Yeah.
less Ursa pouches out there on concerts.
I'm gonna go Ursa pouch. I'm gonna go the pouches.
Yeah, Viviana Ursa
It's
pouch
gonna
combo.
be-
Yeah,
yeah.
any of that
Yep.
stuff. Agreed. Okay, our
Ooh.
hi manufacturers, you're back up against the mighty 416.
Oh, come on now.
All right, so one of the manufacturers obviously makes the 416.
True.
Lots of R&D for making new products, but I think it's pretty safe to say.
Wait. Whenever we say manufacturers, we're talking like the manufacturer's reps, right?
the people that make the products, the companies that make the products.
Well, that gets a little tricky because
Okay.
without the manufacturers, there just are no products.
Correct. Well, let's say all the manufacturers just didn't exist today, and then you're only left with their past products.
With the 450.
like a 416.
Yeah, like a 416 surviving a nuclear fallout.
Wait,
likely.
close to that. Didn't you have a story with about a 416? You dropped it in water.
Yes, one fell in the ocean, not my 416, and
Okay.
I did not drop it either. But 416 went in the ocean in the Bahamas, pulled it out of the water, shook it out, dried it off a little bit, and plugged it on the pole, and it worked.
Yep, there you go.
I think that
that's a
JP
lot.
Evans had one run over by a car. Like, I mean, I always make that joke.
there-
That's
yeah.
the great thing about a 416 is that you can run over it with a Volkswagen,
Yeah.
stick it back on the pole, and it works just fine. But I think that JP Evans actually did have one run over by a car, and it still worked.
There's a lot of stories about 416 surviving the unsurvivable. I think it's kind of the
Yep, backed
the-
over
the-
a car and the ocean. Those two are generally
yeah,
speaking
that's up there.
unsurvivable for
I think
electronics.
probably like the 58, the SM58 of location sound, more or
Mm.
less. Like they're just all over the place. You know what you're gonna get, and you can get a lot. It might not be the best, but so I think it's a tough matchup for the manufacturers. That's unfortunate, but
I'm also still just going with manufacturers as their reps, and I'm a people person.
yes, you are.
But give me the 416, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Love
want
y'all.
to. I want to see you guys make the YouTube video where you try to destroy a 416 and see how long it takes.
I'm sure we've got a couple extra rolling around on the back shelf.
We
yeah.
could like throw them overhand, like a overhand boomerang. Just
Yeah.
chuck them down the street.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Write down Harry Hines.
And then record
right.
broadcast quality audio after that.
Yeah. It's a whole
I mean,
doc-
look,
it's a whole
they're not
documentary.
the best at anything, but
Versatility.
they're
the
good.
durability.
But they're good at almost everything, and they always work.
Yeah, using them on Tiny Desk. I don't know if they're still using them, but
Tiny desk. Nice.
good stuff.
I mean, like for any scenario that you can name, I can name you a microphone that I would rather have than a 416. But if I don't know what scenario I'm going into and I just got to have one microphone, Like, give me the 416.
Yeah.
Okay, the one scenario that you can name me where I would absolutely choose the 416 over all others is like the jungle or like
There you go.
something remote. Like if it's gonna be like whatever.
you got one
whenever
tool.
I'm out
Yeah.
in the elements, give
Yeah.
me the 416 for sure.
Nice.
I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, I mean that's probably, I mean it's a 1 seed for a reason.
Yeah.
Close to a tournament favorite, I'd say.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Definitely the favorite. in my
Definitely,
opinion.
yeah.
Ooh, speaking of 60 minutes.
Ooh.
I think
Yeah,
that
the betting
I mean,
odds are
yeah,
are live.
that's what I said before it
Yeah,
started.
you can
Okay.
find Cue the Crew on ESPN Bet and all your favorite DraftKings rounds. Are we gonna be
FanDuel.
sponsored by DraftKings? Is that it?
I mean,
That's cool.
I would love a sponsor.
Okay. All right. 8-9 seed fair matchup. Hardwired Lavs versus a Tram. TR50.
oh,
Man, give me the
as if-
Tram,
Tram all day.
Tram
Does-
for sure.
Does Tram make a second microphone? I only know of the
Maybe.
TR50.
That's the only one I know of.
We're just gonna pretend Tram only makes the TR50.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's got to be
Man,
Hardwired
I used to use the
Lavs.
shit out of those back in the day.
you and every single person that ever made television
Yeah,
use the shit out of those.
Back in the day.
back in the day.
Back in the day.
We're talking about like 64, 65, or what?
Man, I wasn't even born.
Yeah. No, we're talking 2001, 2003.
Ooh.
Is that considered back in the day at this point?
No, it would have been slightly later than that.
But they've been used.
Yeah.
I don't know when they first Tram came out. It's got to have been late 80s or
Probably about the same time.
that little guy.
What is this? What is this? An S? What is this? 32?
FP,
FP 32 or 33?
32.
32.
Yeah. The big boy.
Yeah. Nice little
Shout out Joe Can too.
decor, yeah.
Dropping that off. It's been on camera quite a bit. Probably the highest visibility lav that's ever been on camera. Like more eyeballs have probably seen that microphone than anything else.
I have no empirical data on that, but I will go with it, sir.
Outside of a 58 again.
I mean, I think the Tram was what put Robert Durst away from that show, the Jinx. It's the one that was used.
Oh yeah.
At
Yeah,
least
that-
I
that-
remember seeing it on his collar. I want to say it was
Okay.
a Tram. 'cause
Yeah,
it's got
he
that
got
little flat
caught in the
bit.
dock. Huh?
Oh yeah.
Yikes.
Tram, huge deal.
Okay, so
I'm gonna say Tram. I'm
Tram,
gonna say Tram.
Tram
Yeah,
saves the day.
Tram for
Yeah.
sure.
That's
I don't know
it.
how much longer it's going to make it in this tournament, but
All right. Well, it's moving on to round 2.
Hey.
Sanken CS3E versus a handheld mic. Okay. So, look, you're probably not going to, bless you, you're probably not going to talk me out of a Sanken CS3E. That is a super cool mic.
I am not even going to try. I love the
Great.
CS3E. It's absolutely one of my favorite microphones of all time.
Yeah,
for sure.
it's this or a CS3E. What are you taking?
I'm taking the CS3E.
It's pretty
all day.
great.
Although I do love these little 635s. I think these are
Is that
fantastic
is that an
also.
EV?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's a little Omni handheld guy.
Very good. Well, sorry, handheld mics. You're gonna have to stick to the music world, I guess.
They
Yeah,
can stay at the-
everyone in news is screaming right now.
Yeah.
The karaoke bars are in shambles.
Oh.
Well, they shall remain.
Yeah.
Sanken COS 11 versus the MKH 70. I feel like that's an appropriate seed.
Sank it, baby, all day. COS 11.
It's like the 416 of the law world, you know?
Yeah,
agree.
yeah. It's
Sit
hard to walk away from a COS 11. That's a
Yeah.
it's also one of the, like, call it about $400. It's one of the easiest ways. I always recommend when I get a videographer that wants to improve the sound that they do on their own, or like they have a track E or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, don't invest in the wireless just yet. Like, baby step it, or like a new sound mixer that's building out a kit. Get a good lav. Upgrade your microphones before you upgrade wireless, and start with the Sanken COS 11 or something similar to it.
I love everything about the COS 11. Like I know exactly what I can do to mount it. I'm not.
Best mounting form factor out
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Yep. I also love the removable windscreen, which is something
$22 plus tax.
Oh,
No big deal.
Yep. But like, I love the DPA lavs as well. But just as far as comfortability goes, give me the
Yeah, I
second.
don't
And
know.
definitely over an MKH70. Like I get the MKH70 is a great microphone, has a very specific use. That being said, give me a CS3E to take the place of an
That's
MKH70,
true.
and I'll probably be just fine.
Yeah.
But
Sanken guy, huh?
yeah, well, those two Sanken products for
Yeah.
sure.
Fair. All right. COS 11's moving on.
Yep.
Anybody else call it COS. Is it COS 11 or COS 11?
I've
I've heard both.
I've
I've heard COS 11. I've heard COSI.
What you go to? Cossi.
Cossi.
Yeah,
Cossi.
I'll say
That's-
get the little
me and my
Cossis.
Cossi just
Yeah,
pulling up
man.
to set. It's crazy.
What do you got, Cossies? Cossies in your kit?
It's too wild.
Yeah.
Shep's CMET.
Ooh. Or
I get Super CMET. There's a whole bunch of CMETs now, but the Shep's CMET and all of its children versus a 16-port network switch.
Get that nerd switch out of here.
That's yes, the future is network and Dante and all the things, but plenty of devices will give you additional ports and that sort of stuff. So, the Shep CMET's
The
kind of
Shep CMET is a badass
hard- yeah.
microphone.
Yeah, it's
That
hard.
is
This is hardly a
That is a
conversation.
great microphone.
Yeah.
I like the nerd box too,
Yeah.
but give me that great.
Anybody
microphone,
here
please.
defending the 16-port
no,
switch?
no.
Not
we-
against
No,
the
okay.
famous blue mic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The blue one,
What
the blue one.
producers, you get the email. Hey, can you bring the blue mic?
Yeah.
Get the blue one.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure. We'll toss it
Yeah.
in. DPA 4017 at a 7 seed versus the microframe timecode display.
Man, this
Quick
is
thoughts? What you got?
this
I
is
mean-
kind of the same thing for me. Like, sorry, go ahead.
No, no.
It's
go-
just
I mean,
two very different.
They're,
products.
they're
very.
very different. Like, I like the microframe for what it is. It's a very useful tool. There's always been options though in that realm. Like,
Yeah.
like even whenever they first came out, we also had the Betso.
Yeah, the Betso TCD1, the
Yep,
little battery
yep,
powered.
that guy.
Although that, to be fair, that did not, or I don't think it does now either. But it's just it's a display, so
Yep.
it doesn't jam. So this
True.
was like one of the great first portable jamming slates that that's you can put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
There's the TSC you cannot put it in your pocket. I mean, unless you're a juggalo or something. But that's about it.
Well, and I know a lot of people still use the microframes. They have them with every kit. I know that there's a use for them. To me, there are other solutions. There's
Other options.
the time tentacle time bar is
Yeah.
pretty much the go-to
The whole tentacle
on our
ecosystem.
sets anyways.
Yeah.
I can meet a brand new AC and there's a really good chance he already has the tentacle time bar.
Yep, and the DPA 4017, much like the Shep CMET, is just a great microphone. Give me the great microphone
Yeah.
over the time code display, please.
Just, clap. Next time, just clap.
That's what we do.
first-
That's what we
Yeah,
do here.
clap.
My
Yeah.
first smart slate was a microframe
Ooh.
velcroed to a dumb slate.
Nice.
Oh,
So I do
nice.
have
Okay.
a soft spot for it.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I get
you
it.
know,
Yeah.
DPA is
Look,
pretty.
we still have a couple floating around in the
I mean,
back.
DPA
Yeah.
has a microphone on the Mars rover.
That's true.
That's cool.
That's pretty sweet.
That's
Yeah,
fucking
that's
cool.
pretty. That's pretty dope.
Just for that, I'm voting DPA 4017. Okay. 3 seed Shep's MK41 versus a Shure X2U audio interface. For those that do not know, the Shure X2U audio interface is
Huh?
exactly that. It's a USB to XLR interface, or vice versa, depending on where you're going. But generally, you're trying to get a microphone or line feed into a computer. It's the size of a inline adapter pad.
Okay.
Having said all of that, I'm voting MK41.
I was about to say, it's all very neat.
Yeah.
The Shure
it's very cute.
X2U. It's a neat little
Yeah.
gadget.
It sounds like more cables to bring too.
Has no place in the ring with
Yeah.
an MK41.
That's an unfortunate matchup.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
that's
Not
not a chance.
hypothetically, if it was the X2U against Super Stick, you're going Super Stick.
Super stick.
Okay.
I would go Super
Lo-
Stick.
lo-
Yeah, Super
lo-
Stick.
locking in the 41.
For sure.
Nice.
Sweet mic.
That is an amazing
Yeah.
microphone.
And it's probably honestly the prettiest microphone in my opinion. That's
Oh, they're gorgeous. Yeah.
The
And the GVC swivel. like,
Yep,
that's
the whole
incredible.
modular
The
aspect.
cut
yeah,
line.
MK41. I mean that's the capsule that
Yep.
was most popular. But even still, there's lots of other really great capsules in that lineup.
Oh,
That's
absolutely.
a
yeah.
that's a really. I mean, I know it's like a really nice setup and expensive, but
There's an Omni capsule. There's a cardioid capsule. There's
Yeah,
a wide
like, that's-
capsule.
that's a
there's
really
capsule
great-
That's switchable between Omni and cardio, and I think that's the MK5.
yeah.
The MK8 is a figure 8. I mean, you can do all. You can do.
That's
you can do all
a.
sorts of
I would
shit
say
with
I
it.
would put that up on the after you get your 416 de jour. Get a Shep's modular system
Yeah.
like
Okay,
that, and
okay.
you've got 5 different mics. For
Here's what it was.
very little.
My
overhead.
first shotgun microphone was a 416.
Mhm.
My second was a Shep's 6 with a 41 capsule, and my third was the Sanken CS3E, and that covered me in pretty
yeah.
much in the vast majority of
For sure.
situations.
Yeah.
Right.
Like those were, I had the old standby, the 416,
Yeah.
and then between the Sanken and the Sheps.
Yeah, but
I
out
was
of those
covered.
3, how many got stolen?
Ooh.
Just one.
Okay.
Ooh.
The Sheps.
Of course.
At the Ritz, wasn't it?
At the Ritz fucking
With-
Carlton.
Yeah,
with,
that's too
with
bad.
capsules too. With your
With the
spare?
capsules?
Oh, with
Low cut
with a
filter?
little cigar
GVC
humidor box and
swivel-
everything.
yeah,
Oh,
it was
yeah,
in
the
the-
little Pelican one, right? I remember
No,
that.
it was in the little
Okay,
the
like a
Shep's
little wooden box.
case.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it looked like a guitar, like a cigar
Yeah,
humidor.
it looks like,
Yeah.
it looked
And
like
I think
a-
some
like turkey was
asshole
floating
in the
around.
lobby of the Ritz Carlton
let me
ran off
get
with
the
it, thinking-
Cubans.
Thinking it was
Yeah,
cigars,
thinking
probably.
they were
Yeah.
cigars. He was probably like, "Oh, what's this thing?"
These metal Cubans are
He's probably still
horrible.
trying to smoke it.
Yeah,
Kind of looks like a cigar.
It was Nextel gray. It was gorgeous.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's too bad.
Nextel Gray. I like that.
Yeah, highly recommend the
Yeah.
Sheps.
Chips, it is.
Okay. Okay, the DPA 6060 versus the MKH 50. So back into the MKH series.
50.
for
That's
the-
the
yeah.
that's the cardioid one.
Yeah, it is. It goes 50, 60, 70. You pretty much, as a scripted narrative guy, are going to have one of those if you have the Sennheiser lineup.
Yeah.
I kind of, I'm more of a Neumann guy on that front, but I know the 50, 60, and 70 is a really great go-to scripted narrative. Boom. And if you had a choice, you're going to choose a boom over a lav. However, that 6060 is
That is a
Nice.
great
It
lav. That is a
it is
good
sweet
sounding
and
lav.
crisp. I
Yeah.
really, really like it.
Yeah.
I feel like 6 seed is pretty fair for that mic. So I'm going 6060. I'm going DPA.
Just use a little.
Anybody
little
want to fight me?
No. Just use a
Nope.
little more moleskin when you gotta put it together. It's not. It's the form
No,
factor is not as small as the
well,
cause, but
it is pretty small. The DPA has some bigger ones out there, but
Right.
it's on the
not
sort of
bad.
the same playing field.
Great.
I think you'll like it. All right, DPA locked in. Okay, here we go. Back to the one seeds.
Baby.
Okay, this is kind of funny.
What a great
I
matchup.
don't even,
This one's
I don't
funny.
even no contest on this
So
one for me.
okay, so you got a 788, which you're not gonna be able to swing a stick around an audio set and not hit a 788 back in the day. 2008, this came out, as the graphic so says, versus the keyboard that you have to have a 788 to use. So there's that. This is hands down the 788. Do we need to discuss this at
No.
all?
No,
not at
okay.
all.
Moving right
Not
along,
at all.
sir.
Great. We'll see you later, 788.
Ooh.
Nagra 4.2 versus a Kantar X3. So for me, I don't know the Nagra lineup very intimately. So I don't know a 4.2 versus what I'm assuming was a 4.1, or if that's like number of channels or something like that. I actually do not know. I graduated college in 2005, so it's not my department.
Yeah.
Any takers? I mean, what I know is that the Kantar is like a sort of niche, pristine audio sort of engineering masterpiece, but the Nagra has done so much for the industry. It's hard to really ignore that. Also,
Vintage car,
Kantar not around anymore, I don't think.
like
Ooh.
vintage car versus modern
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Rolls
Yeah.
Royce. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing: they both look really cool.
Yes,
yeah,
they do.
Yeah.
And
We should go back to
I
that.
also know very little about either of them, but I do know that there's a there's a sound buddy of mine in Los Angeles named Jeff Wagger, and apparently there's a story about him on the riding like on a jet ski, like in back of the driver with a Kantar, which I mean seems incredibly unwieldy, but
Yeah.
I think
Kudos to
I
him.
think that both he and the equipment made it back to the shore safely, but no, give me the Nagra, I guess, because I like analog meters. That's all that I'm going
It's
on.
Yeah.
it's a cool looking thing. We'll I'll tell you what, we'll go with the Nagra just for Pete Verando.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There we
Yeah.
go. All right.
Nice.
That's for you, Pete. Okay. All right.
Ooh.
So
Yeah.
Sound Devices Scorpio versus their mixed pre 10. So Sound Devices, this is not their first appearance in the tournament. They feel like the SEC of the tournament this year to me. They're all over the place. They have a relatively, it's a long history for today's measurements, but They are they've got a different device for almost every level of your budget and capabilities that you want. The Scorpio and the MixPre 10 very different. They do both
Extremely.
act as USB interfaces, so there's that. But that's about where everything that they have in
Is
common
this not
stops.
like a drag racer versus a moped?
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah.
Give me the drag racer.
Yeah, I mean, look, the Scorpios,
Yeah.
you can do so many things with
Okay,
that.
and look,
If you've got the
I like the
space.
Mix Pre series. I like it that you can use it as a USB interface
Mhm.
with your computer. There's a bunch of very cool, and I think that it is. I think it's compliant, right? It is.
COVID?
No, but I like the Mix Pre. I like the whole series, but like the Scorpio is a beast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The 8 series really turned it up a notch, especially when it comes to
Yeah.
ease of routing, ease of use, and it's
Dante, you get
pretty-
Dante capability.
yeah,
I
it's
don't
pretty-
think you
it's
have
pretty
that with
great.
the Mix Pre, right?
no,
By
no,
the way,
definitely not.
are you both wearing an Alabama shirt and you made an SEC reference?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
Of course,
basketball
yeah.
season. We're a basketball school now. Did
Yeah.
you know that?
That's because it's
Uh,
basketball.
That's
Uh,
recorded, Tyler.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
want you to know
Well,
that.
you're
Yeah,
no longer a
interesting.
football school, that's for sure.
Whoa.
No.
Okay,
We'll see.
are we comparing to Baylor? Is that what it is? You really want to go there?
Sick 'em Bears.
Okay, moving on. Sound devices, yet again, the original Mix Pre versus the 688.
No screen.
No screen. They're lucky to have LEDs, which they do.
Question.
I didn't count. Yeah,
This is before my time. Is the original
Which
Mix
children.
is that a recorder?
Yeah.
No.
Ooh,
No.
It is
not a
just a
recorder.
mixer.
That is just a mixer.
Okay. So
It is-
how's it?
It's about this big.
Okay. So it's
Okay.
different from like some of the other old
Yeah,
sound
it's-
devices.
I would
Yeah,
I would almost
size.
classify it as a portable preamp, more or less.
Okay.
I mean, it's still used to this day.
2 channels.
For just 2 channels.
Okay.
It's still used to this day for a lot of wireless boom packages. It's
Oh,
a really
okay.
great like
I can see
go-to
that.
belt-mounted sort of thing.
Phantom power from your hip. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. It's a super solid little machine.
They are built like tanks.
Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
That's probably their most robust
So
thing that they make.
look, at face value, I was just gonna be like, it's another dumb one. Give me the 688. But like, I mean, honestly, now that you think about it, or now that I think about it, I mean, the 688 is a cool machine.
Yes,
Great.
great machine.
But like, as far as like
The 688
what it did for the industry,
Yeah,
at
the 688 came in between
the 664,
the 664
Yeah.
and I think the 8 series.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
probably
definitely.
the 833. So it was the last of the 6 series, and it was, to me, I mean, it's great, and we have one, but it was just sort of
It's a 664 with a CL6.
it's
but without
just
the
it's just the
CL6.
next
Right.
year's model
Yeah.
of the 664.
Is that right? Did I get my numbers right?
I think so. Yeah.
That's a lot. I've gone cross-eyed.
Yeah.
So I think we've settled in. We're going with the Mix Pre over the 688.
Wow.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
That does sound crazy.
But well, look, it's 5-seat versus a 12 also, so it's not like super.
I mean,
super crazy.
I'm sticking with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mix Pre it is.
Yeah.
Good job. Ooh.
Oh.
On that same front, sound device is 442. You know, the little spaceship that could against
Yeah.
a Countryman Type 85 FET direct box.
I don't even.
This came as a suggestion on one of the threads that we started.
Okay.
Okay.
And
I apologize to whoever suggested that, but I've never used that direct
I didn't,
box.
I'm not. I personally did not know Countryman made anything besides B6s, and maybe a few other things. But
Wow.
but that's just me.
You did.
That's
too.
just me.
B6.
So yeah, I don't really know anything about it. I mean, obviously a problem solver. I'm looking at the picture, and we got pickup, speaker, amp, and instrument. So kind of a little multi-purpose problem solver.
It does
Is
look
80
cool,
is
yeah.
8 is 85 mean 1985? I don't know.
Oof. Oof.
Sorry, 442 for me.
Yeah, 442 for me.
That 442 was the first mixer I owned.
Really? How
Do
many
you know that mixer?
channels?
I
4.
have
4. Oh,
Yeah.
great.
used it. I'm
Yeah,
not
this is back when.
familiar with
Okay, same era
Model
as
numbers.
the first Mix Pre.
Oh wait.
Yeah,
This is back when model numbers meant something.
That they
You-
matched the amount of tracks you could have.
302, 442,
Ah.
442 has 4 channels. So that's it used to track 552 had
Okay.
5 channels.
Okay.
Still does. So
442.
yeah,
Good,
442.
442. Good,
Yeah,
good,
great.
good little mix.
Direct outs right
Yep.
into a 744,
Yep.
heavy as hell, but
Mhm.
boy, you're gonna get some nice audio.
Wait, so this was your first that you purchased?
Yeah, I got it from I bought it my first kit used from a guy out in LA that was getting out of the business. So his
Prime.
he was retiring. I bought his
Yeah.
turnkey kit. I think it was like $15,000. And it came with 442, 744, and 5 channels electro wireless,
Ooh.
ranging from like a 185 and all 200 series. I think there were some maybe I think it was like 211s, a few of those. I ended up trading 5 channels of 100/200 series for 3 411s.
Hey.
Oh, God, you
So I thought it,
thief. You absolute thief.
I thought it was a pretty good deal, but everybody won in that transaction. So
Nice.
No.
been wheeling and
Says
No,
the
dealing.
you won
Yeah.
in that
Okay,
transaction.
well,
Sir,
well,
you traded 3 185s for.
No, I traded
I
5.
mean, 5 185s for 3 411s.
Yeah, no, a couple of them were. I think there was like 1 or 2 211s, or because there were 211s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a couple. I think it was a couple, 2 or 3 211s and 185 190s. Yeah, 5 200 series or older for 3 411s.
Nice.
I lost 2 channels, but they were nice.
Do you remember your first show? Would you remember the first time you busted this bad boy out? I'm feeling good.
With that kit, no. But when I first moved to Dallas, I worked with Daryl Hinkey on Prison Break,
Ooh.
and I just sent a bunch of cold emails letting a bunch of people know that we were moving to town, and this was like over spring break. We went to look at apartments and everything, and he was like, "It's great, just email me when you actually get here, like 6 months later, not now."
Right.
And emailed him when we were on the way, and his utility fell off of a 4-step, busted his hip,
Ooh.
and he called needing an immediate replacement while he was getting better. And yeah, I'm available. I don't have anything to do.
How did you sneak into town and jimmy up that 4-step so that poor guy would fall off of
I
it
was-
I
without
got
anybody seeing that you were here?
I got people.
Wow.
That was like kind of really my first real job here, and
Cool.
that's where I met Pete and Brad and Daryl and everybody else. Just kind of snowballed from there. Pretty awesome community.
Nice.
So
Nice.
so I don't know is the short
So
answer.
442.
442
Coming
yeah.
through. Beautiful.
Yep. Here we go. Okay.
Ooh.
7 seed, the Cooper CS 104 versus Sound Devices 302. I'll let you start with this one,
Okay,
Jack.
that is my favorite bag mixer of all time.
Wow.
That thing sounds amazing. It looks cool. It is heavy as lead, but give me the 104 all day.
Yeah,
No
I mean,
question.
I even left the yellow image, the yellow background on that. I couldn't stand to take it away. I took it away, the background. It didn't fit.
It is
that is the perfect looking mixer.
It is such a good sounding box.
I would expect that to be on my
And-
entertainment desk,
and,
just tiny.
And you could have it modified by Cooper to have direct outs as well.
Ooh.
Okay.
So the ends were XLR and TA3. And you could have the TA3's ends modified as direct outs.
Okay.
Notice Steven and I are just sitting here, just kind of. This is.
Yeah, what do you
before-
guys think about the
before our
Cooper
time.
CS104?
Oh, that sounds really nice, Graham.
Yeah, sounds great. Yeah.
It is as sexy sounding as it looks, and the 302, while a worthy adversary, I even just looking at it,
Yeah.
I got to go with the Cooper.
I mean, okay, so I sold my Cooper to Frankie Richards.
Oh,
And-
Frankie, you better watch out.
And
Have to buy it
I
back.
have threatened to buy it back multiple times. And at some point we will buy it
Does
back.
does
and
he
we-
still have it?
Yeah, he still has
Oh
it.
wow.
Nice.
But we will we spoke about it just not very long ago.
Oh, okay.
But we will sit down with this Cooper and we will all just do a listening test.
Yeah.
And we will hear the beautiful sound of this Cooper.
I would love that with a
Compared-
788 as well. See, like
Yeah,
the 788 has got a good.
They have
whatever it
788 has
was.
great preamps.
Yeah.
No, like even the 788 doesn't sound as good as the Cooper, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like we'll compare it to the 6 Series
Yeah.
stuff, the 8 Series stuff, whatever you got to
See how,
compare it to.
see how it does. So we're saying Cooper for this one for sure.
Y'all, I dare you.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
argue with me.
yeah. Keep your mouth shut over there. We're going with the
Hey,
Cooper.
hey.
Okay, Zaxcom with an entry. Zaxcom Nova
Ooh.
at a 3 seat, pretty great, versus a body pack recorder.
Now, is this specifically the Electro body pack recorder, or
No,
this just all body pack
just
recorder?
that's just the image that pops up on
Okay.
Google.
Okay, so
Okay.
Zaxcom
I-
body pack recorders,
yeah.
Electro. I'm sure Sennheiser.
Yeah,
makes some.
Trackies,
Technical,
Tascams.
Tascams. Okay.
Okay.
I think the concept of a body pack recorder
Oh,
is kind of what we're
All right.
what we're going here. Of which Zaxcom, I don't. Did they pioneer that body pack recorder? I mean, obviously,
believe.
transmitting
I mean,
and recording at the same time. Of course, we
Yeah.
would never question that.
No.
But just the standalone body pack recorder up against the Nova. So Nova all in one. I mean, because we don't
the
use a lot
Nova's
of Zaxcom.
amazing.
So,
Like,
yeah.
That's a
It's pretty
that's
pretty great piece
that's
of
a
equipment.
crazy combination.
Mixer,
of
recorder,
technology.
I believe 2 wireless modules, all in one little box. It's as close to like a little 1 unit as you're gonna get.
It's
I mean,
really neat.
This is not only for our line of work of doing reality. This could also be used for anybody else, like
Yeah.
YouTubers probably use something like this, or if,
Maybe,
if
yeah.
anything.
Well, if as long as you know how to use it, it's a great tool,
Yeah.
and the tool you got's the best one. I mean, the body pack recorder. I mean,
Time code 2.
if I'm a mixer that has both of these things, and I had to choose one, well, as a
Well, if
as a
you're-
mix,
you're a
as,
mixer with the Zaxcom,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't have to.
that's right. Yeah, this is a tough one.
It's hard.
Because
So-
a body pack recorder, while you are not using it on a daily basis,
Boy, that is a bailout.
when you
Comes
in
need it,
clutch.
when a producer comes to you with a problem,
Hey, so what we're gonna do
Yeah.
is we're gonna put 2 cast members on zip lines,
Yeah.
and we're gonna send them about a quarter mile that way.
Yeah.
How do we get the sound the whole way
Right.
through the zip line?
yeah,
And your response is,
body pack recorder.
Yeah.
hey, so
yeah.
we're gonna put cast members on these jet skis, and they're gonna ride the jet skis out to that island that we can barely see out there in the middle of the ocean. Then they're gonna ride back.
Yeah.
How do we keep sound on them the whole time?
Yeah, body pack recorder.
They're gonna jump out of an airplane with parachutes, but we gotta have the fucking sound.
Yeah, because the dialogue while you're dropping
Yeah.
out of the sky is
He's
crucial
gonna
to the scene.
He's gonna propose on the way down,
Yeah.
actually. So
Wow.
how do we
That
get
sounds
that?
kind of cool.
body pack recorder. Yeah,
Good idea.
And I'd be curious to hear other people's takes. Is that so much more of a reality tool, or are they're probably not using them a lot on movie sets?
Definitely
Can't
no.
imagine. But at the same time, they're probably not using a lot of Novas on movie sets. So I feel like that's fair.
Right.
I'm boy, a 14 seat over a 3. It sounds tough, but I'm gonna choose the body pack recorder over the Nova.
I'm
Such a great problem solver.
with you
Good-
because
good problem
because
solver.
it does, like, first glance it looks ridiculous. It
Yeah.
sounds ridiculous.
Yeah.
But as we're talking through it, like, I mean, there's the Nova is amazing, but like also we have workarounds for all those things, but like with the body pack recorder, like you said, I mean, look, man, I don't use them that much.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I don't even take them with me all the
Yeah, they're
time.
not even standard part of the kit. I mean, but although you do remember that pretty much all the electro transmitters are
also recorders. So,
recorders.
So I guess I do have them with me.
That's
all the
correct.
Time.
And if you have a Zaxcom ecosystem, you've
Yep.
got recorders.
for sure.
They're there for a reason.
But what I was gonna say is, like, even though I almost never use them, whenever I use them, it's because I absolutely have to use them, and there is no other workaround.
Right.
So just as a safety net,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go body pack recorder.
Plus, I mean, a lot of them offer 32-bit float, so you can have that whole.
Oh, that's
Oh.
true.
that little extra for your editors.
I can't wait to see the comments.
Yeah.
Bunch of
Yeah,
idiots.
Goobers.
Oh, we read about this in a book.
I can't
Yeah.
believe
Okay, we're calling it right here. Body pack
Yeah.
recorder advancing to round 2.
God, we are
Yeah,
gonna die
that's-
on that.
Mm, yeah, that's a
crazy.
tough one.
Oh, yeah.
Back to
Yeah.
Cooper.
Ooh.
New York region round 1.
Ooh.
The 6 seed Cooper 208 versus a 552. Okay, so I owned a 552. Never owned a Cooper. Was never really in the market. More of a trashy reality guy. Cooper 208, super nice.
That is,
I imagine a very similar experience to your 104, but just on a much larger scale.
I have never had the pleasure of owning a 208. Brad Harper had one for a while. He may still have it. I hope he does.
That'd be good. I would love to hear that up against the 104. I don't know. Is there a difference? That'd be fun.
I don't know that there's that much of a difference in sound quality. We could ask Brad. He would. I mean, he would know. He's had both.
Yeah.
But man, the 552, was that the first?
Yes, it was.
It was.
Yeah,
First
that I'm aware of.
The first that also was a recorder.
An all-in-one mixer recorder.
So what the 552 for you guys? It was
the youngins.
5-channel mixer, but it recorded, but not ISO tracks. It only recorded the left-right mix.
Ooh.
Yeah. And the second bullet point there, set rugged benchmark. Build quality, yes, but being able to record 2 channels without a separate recorder was amazing, because prior to that, you're setting up a separate portable recorder. It's another piece of equipment you had to bring around. You could jam it, you could make MP3s, you could do waves, and not to mention Sven, the synthetic voice that talked you through the menu. Rarely gets brought up.
Who?
Oh yes, we'll
Sven?
see if we can find a clip. The mixer, you navigate through the different through the menu items, because it's a complex menu. Yet there's no screen. They got around it with Sven, synthetic voice, and I don't know, enhancement, noise. I don't know what the EN is. But.
Nice.
All right, new region, new number 1 seed, the audio harness, up against Crafty.
I thought we already had Crafty.
We did. It was the first 4. It was fighting for that
that's
16.
right. That's
16
whenever we were doing math
Playing
earlier.
Yes,
It's-
sports baby.
Yeah.
So
Sport ball.
audio harness versus Crafty. For me personally, I'm gonna find food. I'm a survivalist. I'm probably less likely to find a audio harness than I am a bunch of fruit snacks laying around.
Okay,
Yeah.
devil's advocate.
Mm-hmm.
You could always go grab a strap off of a porta-brace case.
Yeah.
Sure.
Use your
If
backpack.
anyone still has porta-brace cases.
That's true.
I think they do.
Yeah.
They should. They might have a stench to them, but yeah.
Man, all porta-brace
Yeah,
cases
and they all,
stink.
they smell the same too.
Part of the selling point.
Or any camera bag for that matter. You can find a strap. But yeah, man, I can throw some fruit snacks in. Give me the harness. Give me the harness.
Is a harness overseated at number 1? Have you ever
no.
forgotten your harness?
I have
Yes.
I have
Yes.
the same harness I've had for the last 20 years.
Have you ever forgotten it
Oh.
to bring it to set?
No, but it got left in a minivan, and the minivan left to go get
Sure.
Crafty, I think.
Yeah.
And so I had to borrow a strap off a camera bag. And while it works, it is not fucking comfortable.
No.
Yeah.
crazy.
Using like a sling strap. Now give me the harness.
10 hours with a bag without a harness. I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
No, I love my harness.
Yeah,
You're the same way,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I got actually the same guy that I bought my kit from.
Oh,
That wasn't. That's not
harness
even.
too?
That was a used harness.
That was a used harness. That was used. I have
Did he
no
throw in
idea
a-
how.
Did he
No,
throw in a pair of boxer
Speaking
shorts?
of
while we were at
steak,
it?
Yeah.
ooh.
It's perfect. I've tried all kinds of harnesses over the years,
What-
and I go back to that one.
I know what brand yours is.
It's an old school Versaflex.
As is mine.
Thick as hell.
Mine's the thin one.
Yeah,
Orca,
mine doesn't
baby,
breathe at all.
orca.
Mine's breathable.
Yeah, in the
Yours-
middle of summer, you can see exactly where my harness was.
Yeah.
So yours is the
It's nice and padded.
yours
yeah.
is the thick, padded,
Yeah, I
rigid
got
one,
a big broad shoulder.
built
shape.
for a normal size human.
Yeah.
Mine is the thin strap, breathable one made for a
Well,
diminutive.
yours
person.
is cheaper because it's the youth version.
The SM version. The small version.
It's marketed as my first harness.
Turns out it's your last harness, too, which is a great thing.
My Orca, which is in the photo, I love it.
Ah, there
Yeah.
you go.
I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah. Orca was really kind of the first sort of.
Breathable.
I'm a
You're a
K-Tech guy.
K-Tech guy,
K-Tech,
right?
yeah.
With the
Rigid
rigid
spine.
spine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
that's
It's nice.
Yeah. You know what? I like all these options.
Yeah.
They're all great. And I love it.
All better than Crafty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're calling it. I mean,
I could bring my own.
the idea of being hangry sounds terrible.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
and
worse
I
for
can't
the people
believe I'm
around.
voting wow.
Ooh.
Of voting against it.
Live. Go ahead and put it on speaker. Who is it?
Jack Ozas.
You don't want to know.
Ozas Spears.
It's the
It's
goats.
the HVAC repairman.
Oh, that's not good.
Nope.
Ugh, let's earn that money. On to the next matchup, Moleskin, classic, versus a Pelican U160 backpack. Now, let me preface it with this. The Pelican U160 backpack was a specific recommendation from that same thread that we started a bit ago. I think we can safely say a backpack, your go-to bag.
My backpack
what-
versus
so
Moleskin.
My first backpack.
Backpacks in
Yeah.
general.
Okay.
So keep that in mind.
Okay.
If you were really zoned in and doing your picks earlier, sorry, but we're calling it all backpacks. So Moleskin or a backpack?
Backpack.
Backpack?
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I
Okay,
also
okay,
would
wait, hold on,
say-
hold on. Moleskin or your specific backpack?
My backpack.
Your backpack.
I would say backpack as well because what you got RM11s for your causes. There's multiple ways you can not use Moleskin.
Maybe I'm looking at this a different way.
Okay.
Yeah, what you
Because
take?
I'm
Yeah.
thinking like
Looking for coffee?
so I'm thinking like because I like my backpack as well.
Yeah.
But
Same.
I'm not including like the contents of my backpack. Right? So
Right.
Fair.
the way I'm looking at this is if I can't have my backpack, would I rather like swap and grab another backpack or have
Yeah.
Moleskin?
Now I have my backpack. But it's also just sort of a daily backpack. I mean, it's a great backpack. I can take it in a lot of different places. But you know, if I'm traveling, I'm also using that backpack. So I unload some stuff out of it and I put other stuff in it. It just kind of goes wherever. I'm not emotionally attached to my backpack.
Just your
Any
harness.
bag or backpack will work just fine for me.
See, that's kind of how
Yeah?
how I
Okay.
was, and I do like my backpack, but I'm not like locked in on it. Whereas I use Moleskin
Yeah.
every day, every single scene,
With or without a backpack.
with or without a backpack.
Also, quite specifically, as you can see in the graphic, Dr. Scholl's.
Ooh,
Okay,
yeah,
that brings me
How-
back
yeah,
because Dr.
how- yeah,
Scholl's
okay.
is so much
Yeah,
better than
we're
generic.
talking specifically Dr. Scholl's, not
Okay.
that fucking
Not
CVS,
CVS.
Yeah.
generic.
Hold on, hold
the,
on.
the
bullshit.
yellow
You
package.
wait, you motherfuckers already took my top stick and super stick. You can't also take the
Okay.
Moleskin. I will
Alright.
have no way to mount a lob.
This is your one pick. Two with the
Moleskin.
with the Cooper 104. We'll give you those
Give
two.
me Moleskin and a Cooper. I'll.
But
give you a
I
scene,
swear to
so-
God, if there's a PA out here watching this, do not get generic
No,
Moleskin.
no,
We're gonna
spend-
send you
It's
right
not,
back to the store.
It's not your
That's
money.
worst.
It's production's money. Please.
Spend the
get
extra
good
34
stuff.
cents.
Get the
Would
good
you
stuff.
rather have a PA come back with alkaline AA batteries or
Ooh.
generic Moleskin?
Ooh.
Alkaline.
That's gonna.
Yeah.
It's not really a
You know
fair
what?
comparison.
If they want to go ahead and give me 12 AA's to replace 2, go ahead. I'll stop the scene however often I need. But it's not going to be because my Moleskin fell. It's
Right.
going to be
Yeah.
because the PA bought the wrong batteries.
Great. Copper tops.
Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. Number 4 seed, pill case, tiny tackle boxes. You know, yeah, that's one of these little guys. Nice little micro organizer. Pretty generic. Oh, that's a TAI one, huh? Oh no, it's Electro.
Electro, yeah.
TAI used to give those things out all the time. Another great branded opportunity. Going up against the I Can't Hear You stickers. I think we got some. Oh no, they're not on our back.
No.
So that's another one of my pet projects. Used to made those stickers a long time ago.
Just don't want to talk to people, huh?
I do not like. Why am I here right now talking to people? I wish I had I Can't Hear You stickers. It actually did a lot. It did its job. It worked pretty well.
Okay.
But I got just as many people tapping me on the shoulders, and instead of saying, "What are y'all shooting?"
They were saying,
I like your stickers.
"Where did you get the
Yeah,
sticker?"
I like your stickers. So I still have to pull my head. So as much as I would love to see I Can't Hear You stickers, move on. Those tiny tackle boxes, that's got everything you need, including the
Overcovers.
Moleskin top stick and super stick.
Yeah, undercovers,
Yeah.
the cause
Wind
level
protection.
Yeah.
windscreens.
Yep.
Ooh.
Keep it in your pocket.
Little
Yeah.
tiny Allen wrenches for tightening the
Yeah.
Oh.
knobs
Oh,
on
yeah.
a
Oh,
788.
yeah.
Oh wow!
You are hard to get in there, buddy.
Yeah, I found a pot like the fader in my apartment.
Yeah.
the other day,
nice.
just on the ground. I was like, wow.
Yep. Found it. Great.
Nice.
So
Tackle box.
tackle
Tackle
box.
box,
Moving
yeah.
on. Yeah. Very good. Okay, here we
Ooh,
go.
baby.
5 seed janky box. Wow, that's impressive. up against a rock and roller. So, I don't know. Like, I'm not using a rock and roller very often. I have a janky box.
Janky box,
Chase,
baby.
Chase,
Janky.
biggest janky box
Oh,
fan.
yeah. Oh,
If you're not sure, if you've never heard of a janky box, it's, as you see, it's an Apple box, but it opens up, it locks, it's a great place to organize and store your stuff. Has little removable dividers, all that sort of stuff. I keep it in my sub trunk, and all my audio stuff stays there.
Sorry,
in
what?
what? In
Huh?
what?
In my sub trunk, my trunk.
Your
You got-
frunk?
No.
The
In the
sub-trunk.
trunk, in the back. You got a trunk. You got a car. Do you drive?
I have a Forerunner.
Okay.
a
So-
su-
so
a
no.
sub-
It's a giant trunk.
sub-trunk.
I can hear the squeak coming right now. There it is. Trunk, and then
Okay.
below the trunk is the sub trunk.
Sub-trunk. And that's where you keep your
And
janky box.
and that's where I keep my janky box.
'Kay.
Also the wheels to my C stand, the legs to my C stand, all
Mhm.
that. But all my stuff fits in there. It collapses down, so it breaks down. You can put it in a Pelican case when you travel. Super great, super nifty. Obviously works as a
I mean, if you're taking away the
grip to ground
backpacks,
connector.
if you're taking away backpacks, I'm gonna need a janky box.
That's
I need,
right.
I need to be able to.
I can take a
throw some
janky box
stuff in
to set, and
there.
it would replace.
Yeah.
Steven, where do you fall on this,
yeah.
sir?
I'm not a
100.
janky guy. My problem with the janky box is if you have what looks to be an Apple box on set, it will take less than 2 hours before some camera assistant is standing on it and
Hey, it's
taking
great-
it. It's
great
gonna
ego
get stolen.
Yeah.
But
I'm coming through for the boys or
Yeah.
the gals. Like, hey, do you need to put a light up?
Wow.
Got you. You can borrow that.
Okay,
right
I'm
there.
coming in on
Just
that.
Such a
make sure, just
diplomat.
make sure you bring it back. It might be a little heavy because I got some stuff in there, but
Sounds like janky boxes.
Hold on, I'm
Take it.
coming in on this.
Okay.
I'm not,
I love the janky box. I think it's super cool.
okay,
Great. Moving on.
Nope,
right?
nope.
Okay.
But remember, there are a lot of people in this industry that do all different kinds of production
Yeah.
other than us.
True.
I started out doing so much corporate video back in the day where we had to wheel in all the gear through some maze of a corporate building and security and underground and blah, blah, blah. And we had the light kit, we had the camera, we had the batteries, we had the tripod, we had the audio Pelican cases, we had all the stuff. And you get a rock and roller, you open up the rock and roller, you can load all of the
Yeah.
equipment
You
on
can fit a
there.
lot- you can fit a lot of shit. in
And
a
you
rock
go
roller.
through one time and you're there. It would have taken 9 trips through the bowels of Frito-Lay PepsiCo to get all the equipment there without a rock and roller. Or all the sports guys, imagine working at the
Yeah.
Cowboys Stadium, imagine
yeah.
working at American Airlines Center. If
Anywhere.
you got to take all the gear and you got to park in the parking garage and make all those trips back and forth. So for us, janky box, great. For those
everyone
guys,
else.
rock and roller is an
Okay,
absolute
okay.
necessity. It's
Yeah.
like as much of a necessity as is battery power.
Yeah.
It's so cross departmental. Like everyone's
true.
gonna use a
Pretty
rock and
universal.
roller. You know.
Okay. I mean,
Alright,
it also when it folds up, I will say, in its defense, not much larger than an Apple box.
No.
So
Can you get like an
Okay.
extra tabletop to it too, right?
Yeah,
oh yeah,
you could have
a-
multi-tier.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
make it kind of like a mag liner.
Yeah, a real follow card.
two-man band stuff.
Good buddy
it's pretty-
Patrick
it's pretty
Holloway
slick.
used to have a shelf built.
I think
for his.
Mike Thompson, doesn't he?
Mike
his
Thompson.
pri-
Yeah, he probably has one as well.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
got a whole shelf set up. Okay.
Look, I know it's a hard
guess.
pill to swallow, but there
Yeah.
are so many other people that work in these different types of production. Just gotta have those
I
things.
mean, I'm using just one guy,
Okay.
one man department. That's it.
That's
Got my
it.
janky.
Okay.
Janky box loaded with
Yeah.
hot sauce.
Oh
and
yeah.
go.
You never know where you're gonna be.
Okay. All right.
All right, so
We're-
you guys are just rock and roller.
rock and
yeah?
roller it is.
All
All right.
Not my favorite.
It's
but-
I should
advancing.
have been an attorney, Steven.
Yeah.
It's not too late, Chad.
No.
Oh, the almighty sling strap that we spoke of earlier made it to a number 2 seed. that's
Wow.
that's
A
kind of
number 2
that's,
seed?
that's, kinda,
That's a tough
That's
go.
kind of wild.
Yeah.
Up against battery caddies,
Give me the upset with the battery caddy.
Totally.
I hate sling straps.
Totally.
Well, you hate
My-
them.
my neck hurts.
You need them.
But if I need them, I'm gonna go take it from the from the AC.
So
from
you're
his
not
battery case.
bringing extra sling straps.
No,
No.
Never.
never have I
Not
ever.
once.
Never will I ever. If I need a sling strap, I'm gonna go borrow one off a Porta Brace or
Okay.
some other bag in the camera department. Those guys always got bags with straps on them.
Battery caddies really have been training all their lives for this moment,
Yeah.
and I feel like
They just
They're
had their
ready.
moment. This is a landslide for me. I
Yeah.
hate sling
Wow.
straps.
I
Wow.
agree.
easiest upset call.
Now, what's
Okay.
I want to know everyone's universal, maybe in the comments or something. What's the universal sign for a fresh battery in a battery caddy?
Oh, we're talking about
Positive side down.
Posy down,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, posy
okay.
down.
All right.
could be
Could
divisive.
be yeah.
Let's
Could
see.
be
No,
either-
no. Posy down.
I just
but
wanna see
you know,
if there's anybody else.
You know, some of the newer Energizers. Well, which is the importance of this, but like you can't necessarily mark the batteries much anymore. You know,
Yeah.
like with a
Right.
Like with the tweaker, scratch them
yeah,
out.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Tweaker.
Yeah, but like Chris, do we have any batteries here? No. But you know, like put your
get
fingernail in
yeah,
the little,
in
in the top part
in
of
the
the
groove.
cell. Yeah. They come pre.
With the little
like,
indentation
I don't-
now.
I-
Yeah.
Why
Have
would
have
they
you ever
pre-
noticed
pre-dent?
that?
I don't
No.
know.
It's wild. Go find some brand new.
I don't need
Energizer
it to be
AA's.
marked because I know the right way that the batteries are in the battery
All right,
caddy.
very good, very good.
Positive down means it's good to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
Love
All
that.
right, battery caddies taking the upset.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Paper tape versus a BDS battery distribution system. Obviously, lots of flavors of that. Paper tape. I don't know if that's quite as valuable as a BDS. This
Oh,
is
Shit.
this is a pretty easy call for the BDS.
Just give me some gaff or
Yeah.
Look, I can
Yeah.
use whatever.
I am much more likely to source some paper tape on set if I happen to forget it.
or
Yeah.
some
Or
gaff. Either
right.
way,
Or many other things probably. Not so much a BDS.
Right.
a post-it note
Yeah.
could potentially work.
Yeah. Okay, BDS, easy
BDS
call.
it is.
BDS.
Power
Yeah.
Management King
Easy.
takes the cake.
Boom
3-seed
pole.
boom pole. Lots of boom pole options out there. Versus the Bumblebee concealers.
So this is another. So this is another one, kind of like body pack recorder. It's just all boom poles.
You
Like,
call
and
you call
boom-
you're going straight up Bumblebee concealers, huh?
No. Wait. I'm just clarifying. Like
Same
this
seed?
is not this is not an ambient
Oh,
pole.
I
This
see.
is any and
Okay.
all.
Oh, yeah.
A K-Tech pole.
But it is
Right.
Bumblebee
Do-
concealers. Like, is
Oh come on, give me the pole.
Okay.
You said it.
Yeah.
It's-
yeah. Give them the poll. You heard it here first. Yeah. We can lock in boom pole.
Yeah, boom pole for
Anybody
sure.
disagree with
No,
that?
it's a
No,
tough
no.
go for the bumblebees because
that's
they
a tough
are really
matchup.
nice.
Yeah.
Like if you got a starchy button-up shirt,
Yeah.
they're great. But I mean, boom pole, it's no
should,
contest.
Should that have been lumped in with Ursa and Viviana products? do you
Well,
think?
I mean, I think there could have potentially been like a bra clip versus pouches. I don't know, but then
I feel like where
Six
Bumblebee
one way.
excels is in the wind protection.
Yeah.
Category.
Yeah.
That's kind of their forte, if you will.
I am a fan of the concealers though.
Okay. Well,
Way
not
to
good
go,
enough to
Bumblebee.
take it away from the boom pole, that's for sure.
Nah.
Your beloved gaff
Ooh.
tape, Jack, up against a follow cart.
Hey.
I love the little Olympia cart that we've got there.
Yeah, but
Can you imagine bringing that to a movie set?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes,
that-
I can.
that-
'Cause I
Oh
have
no!
a
Oh
very
no!
So
Oh.
that's
indie movie.
Look
but
at,
yes,
these
it's the-
look at
it's
these
the
cute
best.
guys with their little baby cart.
Yeah.
Yeah, follow cart pretty clutch though. I mean, you can.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Table.
Although, if I had to choose between that and gaff tape, certainly on a prep day.
Okay,
Yeah.
gaff tape is in my backpack every single day.
No cart.
No,
Okay.
no, I almost never bring a cart.
Oh yeah.
Certainly not a little
Yeah, and
janky follow
the
cart
small
like that.
small core
Hey.
small core gaff tape. That's very underrated. I don't
It
think enough
is
people have
the
that.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Keep
it should
anywhere.
be standard.
Pocket,
Don't know
Pocket
why it's
Pro,
not.
something like
Yeah.
that.
I think
Yeah.
it's gaff tape on this.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
All right. I can get behind
I
that.
can deal without a follow cart, but I definitely use gaff tape. Like
Yeah.
taping cables down. whatever
Yeah,
you need to
I
do.
think in the scripted world,
Yeah, the sound
Yeah.
utilities out there. crying.
we're gonna get a lot of flack for this one. but
Yeah.
I think gaff tape is the right move.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Cool.
Oh.
All right. So that was our last matchup for round one.
Okay.
All that's locked in.
That was all round 1.
Yeah, we're kind of technically more than halfway through, believe it or not. 67 matchups in total.
Sheesh.
So we're doing pretty good. So now we wait until we've got a couple more days until round 2 gets released.
Okay.
So brackets are locked, but we'll be back.